Hey everyone and welcome! Today the Battlefield 2042 beta started into early access and on Friday, October 8th, everyone will be able to play. So no matter if you get into it today, tomorrow or on Friday, here's a short video for you that sums up everything you need to know to get started in Battlefield 2042, including the specialists, their abilities, weapons, the map, the mode and everything else that is important. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this, and I see you on the battlefield. First of all, how do you access the beta? For early access, you either need to pre-order one of the editions of the game or you subscribe to EA Play or the Xbox Game Pass for 1 month. All of this will give you early access. For EA Play on PC, it is enough to subscribe to the base membership. EA Play Pro is not necessary. If the beta doesn't show up in your library for download, just look it up on your console's store. On the Origin launcher on PC, search for Battlefield 2042 and click First Try. That should add the beta client to your library. When you play on PC, PS5 or Xbox Series, you will play games with up to 128 players on a server. On the old consoles, PS4 and Xbox One, it will only be 64 player matches. But you will also play against AI, cause in the matches I played so far, there was a maximum of 110 specialists connected and the rest was filled up with bots. But that just as a side note. Now some general info on Battlefield 2042's mechanics. When you press the sprint button twice, your soldier will do a traversal sprint similar to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It is a bit faster than the normal sprint, but will also slow down your sprint to fire speed. Long slides and slide cancelling is also a thing in Battlefield 2042 and makes the whole movement feel more dynamic. With T, L1 or LB, you open the plus menu to modify your weapon, and by holding B, R1 plus L1 or RB plus LB, you open the call in menu to call in vehicles. More about that later. With pressing Q, R1 or RB, you can ping different situations on the map, so just like Battlefield 5, there is no 3D spotting anymore, but situational spotting instead. You can ping the locations of enemies, tanks, danger in general, ammo or health boxes and so on. So basically everything you want your teammates to know. When you jump out of a helicopter or down from a building, you can open the parachute with space, X or A. While on the parachute, you have access to your weapon but can't really control your flight. By pressing the sprint button, which is shift on PC or left stick on console, you can switch between your weapon and the option to control the parachute with both your hands, which makes it more maneuverable. And in case you want to get out of a plane or vehicle, you don't have to plan with a long exit animation anymore, cause this is completely gone. Once you exit, you're already out. Next up is the map and the mode. There's only one map and one mode available in this beta, which is not much, but at least something to try the game and its mechanics. The map is called Orbital and is the one with a huge rocket in the middle that we've seen in the trailers already. It's also the map where the tornado can appear randomly during the game, so be sure to watch out for this. The mode that is played on the map is Conquest, but even if you know the mode from former Battlefield games, there are a few things you should know because they are completely new. Usually Conquest consisted of different flags that you needed to capture and defend in order to win the match. Now the action centers around sectors with several flags and you need to capture all flags of a sector to hold it. The more sectors you hold and the longer you are able to hold them, the more tickets the enemy team is losing. Tickets can also be decreased by killing enemy players, and the first team that is down to 0 tickets loses the match. To the map there's not much to say, or at least I don't want to spoil too much for you. Just as a tip, take your time and look around. It's a huge map with a lot of details, loads of things that can be destroyed, loads of stuff that will explode when shooting at it, like the superchargers on the parking lots for example, the cars, the electric transformers and so on. So this is stuff you can use to kill enemies, but also to mess around. Also, most of the containers you can find on the map are accessible and you can close the doors, so it takes quite a while for your enemies to find you. There are also a lot of ziplines on the map with which you can access almost every area, so be sure to keep an eye out for them as well, because they are not yellow or any other signal color, but simple gray and blend into the environment. And you can also destroy these round tanks you can find all over the map, and when you get closer to a damaged tank, you get a freezing effect on your screen. And then there's of course the huge rocket that will start or not start depending on how the match develops. And a lot of more stuff, so keep exploring. Now let's head over to the specialists and classes. There are 4 specialists available in the beta, each with a unique specialty and trait. And they are split into the 4 typical Battlefield classes: Assault, Support, Engineer and Recon. There's Webster Mackey, who's part of the Assault class and the specialist with a grappling hook that fires a rope that attaches to surfaces, no matter if static or moving. And once attached, the rope is retracted and pulls you towards the attach point. After its use, you have to wait for a short time until you can use the hook again. The cooldown is shown with a small semicircle below your crosshair. The grappling hook can also be used to attach to vehicles or to kill enemies. His trait is Nimble, which increases the aim down sight speed, the agility when ziplining, and also further enhances all speed-related advantages gained with weapon attachments. Then there's Maria Falk, who is part of the support class and is equipped with a S21 Cyrod pistol, with which she can fire up to 12 syringes at teammates to heal them or use the syringe to heal herself. After 6 syringes are fired, the pistol needs to be reloaded like a normal weapon, and when all 12 syringes are used, you can resupply them on a medic crate. When fired at a teammate, they slowly gain health, so don't fire out all your syringes at once just because you think they are not working. If she fires them at enemies, the syringe will deal damage instead, which is quite a fun gadget or comes in handy if you run out of bullets. If you miss your target with the syringe, no matter if it is friend or foe, the syringe stays on the ground and can be picked up and used by any player. But you need to find them in the moment you are wounded, as you can't store them. If you find one, just walk over it and your soldier will pick it up automatically. Her trait is Combat Surgeon, that allows her to revive allies with a defibrillator with full health. You simply need to hold your interact button to do it, which is E on PC and I think Square on PlayStation and X on Xbox. Next up is Pyotr Guskovsky, nicknamed Boris, who is part of the Engineer class and is equipped with an SG-36 sentry gun that automatically spots and fires at enemies within a certain range. Enemies will also be 3D spotted, which means they get a red outline and are visible through walls. His trait is Sentry Operator, which increases the efficiency of the sentry gun when Boris is close to it. And the last specialist is Vickers van Dale, also called Casper, who is part of the Recon class. He's equipped with an OVP recon drone that spots nearby targets and can also cause an EMP blast that disorients enemy players for a short amount of time. It also designates targets for lock-on weapons, so it's pretty effective against Boris' sentry gun and against tanks. The drone has to be piloted by the player and is not moving or following automatically. For the EMP blast, you have to lock on first using the aim down sight button and then fire with the trigger. If you can't deploy the drone, you might be sitting in a corner and there's not enough space around you. Just take a step forward and it should work. His trait is Movement Sensor, that appears as a small pulsing circle at the bottom of the screen and turns red when enemies are approaching. Now a few more words on healing and reviving in Battlefield 2042, cause Maria Falk is not the only one who is able to heal and revive. First of all, Battlefield 2042 has auto-heal again, which means after taking damage you will automatically regain full health after a short delay, so it's not like the attrition system in Battlefield 5. In addition, all classes can equip medic crates that can be dropped on the ground, and when an injured teammate is close to it, they regenerate over time. The medic crate has a short cooldown, so if you heal yourself up with one, you can't immediately use it again. Same when resupplying Maria's Cyrod pistol, that also has a cooldown. Revives can be done by each specialist, but only within the squad, so just like Battlefield 5. You will then magically have a defibrillator and can revive your squadmate, but not with full health. That's something only Maria can do. To resupply yourself with ammo, you need to be close to an ammo crate that can also be equipped by each specialist, and just like the medic crate, it also has a cooldown. Another way to resupply at least a little bit of ammo is by picking up ammo pouches from dead enemies. Simply walk over them and they will land in your pockets without any animation as well. Now let's head over to the weapons and gadgets you can use in the beta. First of all, you can use every weapon and gadget with each specialist, so that's not limited to a specific class anymore. But there are still loadouts you can customize simply to make it easier for you to switch between them. In the beta there are 4 loadouts available and you can add every weapon and gadget to them. At the beginning you only have access to one weapon of each type, but while playing and leveling up you unlock more weapons. As grenades, there's only the frag grenade and the proximity sensor available. The sensor can be thrown like a grenade and detects enemies within a certain range and marks them on the minimap. As gadgets, there are ammo and med crates available with which you can either heal or resupply your teammates. Then there's C5, the well-known explosive you can throw or attach to vehicles, an M5 anti-vehicle launcher and an anti-air missile launcher, the repair tool that you can use to repair your team's vehicles, and armor plates. Armor plates can be equipped like the plates in Warzone, but only one at a time and give you a little bit more resistance against enemy fire. All weapons and gadgets can be equipped in the spawn menu. To change weapon attachments, on the other hand, you need to spawn on the map and then open the new plus menu by holding T on PC, L1 on PlayStation or LB on Xbox. This allows you to switch attachments during the match and experiment or quickly adapt to a situation. With the mouse or the D-pad, you choose the attachments you want and then equip them by releasing T, L1 or LB. Each arm of the menu is for a specific attachment type. On top are the scopes, to the left side everything that belongs to the barrel, to the right all magazine attachments, and downwards all grips and underbarrel launchers. When changing attachments, you can check on the left side how your weapon stats will change and what kind of advantages the new attachments will have. But of course, Battlefield is not only about infantry combat, it's also about vehicles. To get access to a vehicle, there are two different ways. You can either click the vehicle icon in the spawn menu, with which you can choose all kinds of tanks and scout vehicles, planes and helicopters, as long as there are free slots available. For light vehicles and the RoboDog, you need to use the new call-in system. After spawning on the map, you need to hold B on PC, RB plus LB on Xbox or R1 plus L1 on PlayStation to bring up the call-in tablet. Here you can choose the kind of vehicle you need and then the location you want it to be delivered to. Here's also where you can choose the RoboDog Ranger. Once it is deployed, it follows you around until it is destroyed or you die. And in case you were wondering, you can't get killed or team kill with the vehicle drops. I tried it. And that's it for today. I hope this video helps you to get started in the Battlefield 2042 beta, and if it does, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.